In the summer of 1917, the village of Cottingley in Yorkshire, England, was a quiet place. The world was at war, and families clung to small comforts and simple joys. For two young cousins, Francis Griffiths and Elsie Wright, the beck, a small stream behind Elsie's house, became a place of escape. The girls spent hours there, wading in the water, exploring the woods, and sharing secrets. But what they claimed to find in those woods would soon capture the imagination of people far beyond their village. Francis was just 9 years old, newly arrived from South Africa, and Elsie was 16, clever and creative. One afternoon, after returning from the beck, Francis told her mother she had seen fairies dancing in the sunlight. Her mother, Polly, was amused but skeptical. Elsie, who loved to draw and paint, supported her cousin's story. To prove it, the girls borrowed Elsie's father's camera, a simple box brownie, and set out to capture the fairies on film. When they returned, they developed the photograph. The image showed Frances kneeling by the stream, her face turned toward a group of small winged figures. The fairies appeared to be dancing in the air, their delicate wings caught in the light. Elsie and Francis soon produced a second photograph, this time showing Elsie sitting with a gnome-like figure. The girls insisted the photos were real. At first, the adults in the family were divided. Elsie's father, Arthur, was suspicious. He examined the negatives and saw no evidence of tampering, but he doubted the existence of fairies. Polly, on the other hand, was enchanted. She brought the photos to meetings of the local Theosophical Society, a group interested in spiritualism and the unseen world. The images quickly drew attention. The story might have ended there, but in 1919, the photographs reached Edward Gardner, a leading member of the Theosophical Society. Gardner was convinced the photos were genuine evidence of supernatural life. He had new prints made and showed them to experts, including Harold Snelling, a photographic specialist, who declared the negatives showed no signs of fakery. The story spread, and soon, the Cottingley Fairies were the talk of England. The tale reached its peak when Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the famous creator of Sherlock Holmes, became involved. Doyle was a passionate believer in spiritualism and saw the photographs as proof that fairies and perhaps other spiritual beings existed. In December of 1920, he published an article in The Strand magazine, sharing the story and the images with the world. The public was captivated. Some believed, others scoffed, but everyone was talking about the fairies of Cottingley. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that bring history's greatest mysteries to life. For Francis and Elsie, the attention was overwhelming. Reporters visited their home, and letters arrived from around the world. The girls stuck to their story, insisting the fairies were real. They even produced 3 more photographs over the next few years, each showing new scenes of fairy life. The debate raged on. Some experts pointed out that the fairies looked suspiciously like paper cutouts, while others argued that the girls could not have faked the images so convincingly. As the years passed, the world changed. The excitement faded, and the girls grew up. But the mystery lingered. It wasn't until the early 1980s, more than 60 years after the first photograph, that the truth finally came out. In separate interviews, both Francis and Elsie admitted that the fairies had been made from drawings, carefully cut out and propped up with hatpins. They had posed for the camera, never expecting anyone outside their family to believe the pictures were real. But, they said, the magic of those days by the beck was real to them, a secret world of imagination and friendship. The Cottingley Fairy story is more than just a clever hoax. It's a window into a time when people longed for wonder, especially during the dark days of war. It's a reminder of how hope and imagination can shape what we see and believe. Even today, the photographs still inspire curiosity and debate. They remind us that sometimes the line between reality and fantasy is thinner than we think. So the next time you see a photograph that seems too magical to be true, remember Francis and Elsie and the fairies of Cottingley. Remember that history is full of surprises and that sometimes the best stories are the ones that invite us to dream. If you enjoyed this journey into one of history's most enchanting mysteries, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. What legend or mystery should we explore next? Drop your suggestions below, and remember, the world is full of wonders, some real, some imagined, and all worth discovering. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep the fire of curiosity burning bright.